Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video because I get married in 10 days, but who's counting? So I went on my Instagram and asked all of you what were some of the tips and tricks that you had on your wedding day or that you wanted to share with me, maybe something you didn't do or didn't know about. And oh my gosh, you guys came through for me. I went through hundreds of your responses and compiled the best list I think is out there. So let me share some of them with you now. So if you are a bride or a groom-to-be, I hope this helps you. And if you have any more tips and tricks that I don't suggest in this video, leave them in the comments below. I would love to read them and let's help each other out. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, this may be a little bit random because I'm just gonna go through all the ones that stuck out to me or that multiple bride and grooms told me. So this is from a groom. He said, get Adam a little gift for the morning of. My wife got me wings and football tickets. I think that's so sweet and it doesn't have to be very expensive. That's something very thoughtful and something to look forward to together as husband and wife. And I love that she got him some tickets to a football game. That's amazing. Okay, the next one, I got so many responses to this. Make sure you have an emergency kit for the day of the wedding. And this seems like a no-brainer. Absolutely. You never know if a zipper is gonna get caught or something's gonna snag or a button may fall apart. Totally agree with this. And you know, you might be so busy wrapped up in trying to get all the details done for the wedding, this might be something you overlook. And so many people suggested what you should have in the kit. Sewing needle, you should have Advil, some in case you have a migraine or something like that. I think that is so smart. The next one I have never heard before, so I hope this helps you, and I think this bride has experienced this before. She says, after having your hair done, clean your ears. Hairspray makes them shiny in photos. This is something I had no idea about, okay? I would have not have even thought of this, especially if you're wearing your hair up. This is great advice. I'm actually wearing mine to the side and part of my ear will be showing. So this is great advice to make sure your ears are clean. You don't want shiny ears. Like what if your ears are shining more than your ring? Wouldn't that be so sad? So many people told me, enjoy the moment, soak it in. And I love that advice. That is advice I've gotten from every person, that it goes by so quick. Take a moment, soak it all in. Look at everyone that's in attendance. Take some time by yourself before you go into the reception. You really have to enjoy the moment because it goes by so fast. I mean, we've been engaged for 2 years and I cannot believe we're about to get married in 10 days. So I can only imagine how the actual day is going to feel because we have waited all this time. So take a moment before the ceremony to be alone and let it all sink in. I love that. I also think it's really special when the bride and groom, after the ceremony, go sneak away for just a little bit and just stay in the room by themselves, look at each other like, oh my gosh, we really did it. That's something that Adam and I are going to do. So this advice came highly recommended by many brides. While I was compiling my list this morning, I was writing everything down that I really loved and things that people are saying over and over to make sure I got them in this video. And while I was writing this next one, Adam came up behind me, kind of peeking on what I was doing. And he was like, I love this so much. And I personally have never heard of this. So let me know in the comments if you have done this before. But this friend said, write letters to each other with hopes and dreams and thoughts. Put them in a box with a 2021 wine and open it in 5 years or 10 years. And Adam was like, that's so sweet. I would love to do that. So this is something we are definitely gonna do. I think that's beautiful. And how fun is it to look back on those milestone years and see something so precious than your thoughts, hopes, wishes, dreams for that moment in time. I just think this is so beautiful and definitely something I'm going to do. The next one says, take a picture together as boyfriend and girlfriend for the last time. This is really special because it's capturing a moment in time that you're never hopefully, never gonna go back to. But seeing a picture of you finally closing the chapter of singleness and being engaged, oh my gosh, I can just see myself now reminiscing on a picture like this for years to come, really holding it precious to me. I really loved being engaged. It was a long engagement. It was longer than what I even expected it to be, but I loved being engaged. I learned so much about me, Adam, and my relationship. So to document this, I'm gonna do this for sure. The next one I got from so many people in so many different variations that I was very confused why people were telling me this, because you know, the chat box only gives you so much you can say. I was so confused when girls were saying, do not wear a bra at all the day of the wedding, and not to wear a bra to bed or anything like that. I kept asking myself, what are some of the reasons that you wouldn't wear a bra? And as I continued to scroll and more girls explained it to me, one, if you get a spray tan, you don't want the mark. But the majority of the brides giving me this advice was telling me you don't want the bra straps in your pictures, which I would have never thought about. So I really appreciated this, because this is something that would totally slip my mind. And if you have a backless or you have a strapless dress, you can't be having bra strap marks show. So I appreciate this. Everyone that told me not to wear a bra, noted, and I will not wear one. This one was really good advice. She was the only bride to recommend this, and the only other person I've ever heard recommend this was my wedding planner. So I know that this is good advice. So this person was the only person to say, do a last dance at your wedding, just you two, at the very end of the night after everyone is gone. My wedding planner said when everyone leaves, or is getting ready to leave, or they're escorted out to do your send-off, that is the perfect time to do a last dance where you just soak in the moment, like going back to the advice earlier, be present in the moment, reminisce on the day, how beautiful it was, and go into that next chapter in life together. I love this. My friend here knows what's up. She said, something will go wrong, but go with the flow, lady. It's your day. I could not agree more. I'm really a go with the flow type girl, but Adam is very type A. And I think this advice would be great for him, because you know what? At the end of the day, no matter what happens, it's not about anything but us saying our vows to each other in front of our family and in front of God, and that's it. This is a great one. Make a list of all the pictures you want and give it to the photographer. This is something that a lot of you recommended, because you want to make sure you get every picture. I know some of my friends that have gotten married, they were so busy with everything else, they would forget, like, oh, I didn't get a picture with my grandma, or I didn't get a picture with my mom. And so make sure that doesn't happen. And also the little things that you want pictures of. So maybe your earrings, a jewelry box, something your grandmother gave you. I am actually giving my photographer my Pinterest board. So if you're like me and you have pinned things on your Pinterest for a while, you can give that Pinterest board link to your photographer and let her see kind of the essence that you're going for, or maybe some of the shots that you really love, and she can incorporate them into your wedding. My next friend said, pack yourself some snacks. I forgot to eat on my wedding day and got so hangry. Many brides have told me that they get so busy, or they're so in the moment, they forget to eat. So you can get hangry, you can pass out, you cannot drink enough water. I got that one a lot too. So make sure you pack some snacks. This is great. Someone else said, pack some snacks on your ride home, or snag an extra piece of cake for your ride home. I will be doing that. Work in your shoes this week at night around your house. Brilliant, because you don't want to look like you're on stilts and you can't balance yourself. You also don't want blisters. Oh, I have had my shoes for a really long time. My shoes are actually my something old, and they are from The Bachelor. I was gifted these shoes from the stylist of The Bachelor, and those are the ones I'm wearing. I'm super excited to wear them. They're beautiful, and it's kind of like my ode to finding Adam through the show, even though that seems like a lifetime ago. This one was one of the top recommendations that I got from Instagram. It says, thank you notes plus tip for each person, photographer, caterer, all your vendors, all in a labeled envelope. And give this to someone you trust so that you don't even worry about it. And at the end of the night, they're all tipped, and you tell them how much you appreciate them making your day amazing. This came so highly recommended. I'm not even including all the people that recommended this. So this is something I'm definitely going to do. I want to make sure that everyone is tipped, especially my wedding planner. She has really been there for me. And all the envelopes labeled so it's easy, and give it to someone you trust that you know is gonna get it to them. This next piece of advice is something I tell every bride, whether I'm helping coordinate the wedding, I told my little cousin this the other day, or if I'm a bridesmaid, I always make sure, walk slow down the aisle. You don't get that moment back. A pet peeve of mine, and watch me do this at my own wedding, is when, you know, you get nervous and you're tense and you have your wedding flowers covering like your half of your face, because you like naturally kind of like, I'm walking down the aisle and it covers up your beautiful dress. I always tell any of my friends that are brides, put your bouquet down here and also walk slow. This also makes for amazing pictures. And like she said, you don't get that moment back, so you might as well walk slow. My friend here says, get the rings cleaned before the wedding. Extra shiny for the wedding photos. Absolutely. This is something I didn't even think about and was not on my to-do list. And Adam's like, girl, you need to go get that ring cleaned. And of course, this is something you think you would think of or have on your checklist. It was not on mine. So if you're about to go get married, go get your ring cleaned, because Lord knows I needed to. Ooh, this next one. Get a special new perfume. That way, when you smell it in the future, it brings you back. I love this. I have actually been pairing a certain perfume when I tried on my wedding dress, and I wore it when I got my dresses tailored. Everything wedding related, I had this perfume on for. So this is great advice. I'm so glad I did that. Every time I smell it, it's gonna bring me back, and every time Adam smells it, it's gonna bring him back to the moment too. This one only came from one person, and I thought it was beautiful. Write a journal entry or a letter on how you feel the night before. I'm doing this, I love this. I think you could even put this in your vow book if you have a vow book that you've written some things in, maybe put it on the back page of how you feel. I think this is super sweet. This also reminds me of something my mom did. She kept everything from her wedding, from the receipt of her dress to the napkin at the reception, and she even kept their first grocery bill as a couple and her first dinner together, which was McDonald's. She still has those, and it's so cool for me to see. I really love this journal entry of a letter, how you feel the night before. That's beautiful. Ooh, this one is a good one. Adam and I just had this conversation of how are we gonna get to the venue and how are we gonna get back to our house after the wedding. And this person said, make someone else drive you to the ceremony so you and Adam only have one car there. This is great advice. What Adam and I decided to do, our venue is about 30 to 45 minutes away depending on traffic. So what we decided to do is to have a pickup service. So when we're ready to go, we know the car is out there waiting to take us home. We don't have to worry about anyone being our driver or a DD, and we can enjoy the night and have no worries or stress how we're gonna get our cars or any of that. So when I read this one to Adam, he said, amen, because I can be a little bit messy, but it says clean your house so when you are done with everything, you don't have to do it. I totally agree, and we're actually staying at our house the night of the wedding, so we wanna make sure everything is clean. We're gonna make sure it's in tip-top shape, so when we get home, it's just like, we did it, we have no stress. We're just gonna stay the night here, get up, have our bags packed, ready for the mini honeymoon we're going on, and enjoy the moment and not worry about a big mess. And if you are like Adam does not do well with mess. So I'm gonna do that for him. I'm gonna make sure the house is in tip-top shape. Okay, moving on, one of my friends says, schedule your bouquet to be preserved. I wish I would have done this so bad. Adam is wanting a collage in our house of all of our photos, our wedding photos. So this is something I want to put on the collage along with some of other things that we're gonna frame and have on the wall that makes our home just feel like, oh, that is like a really nice touch. You can see the love. We want our house to be a house of love, and when people walk in and they see all the wedding photos and everything we've kept, I really love the idea about the bouquet being up there. And fun fact, no one at my wedding is single, not one person, so I won't be throwing my bouquet. But if you are gonna throw your bouquet, this is what I suggest. Instead of throwing the bouquet that you walk down the aisle with, throw your maid of honors bouquet. That way you can preserve your bouquet if you like. But if you're not, throw that thing, sister. This girl right here knows what's up. We are on the same page because this is something I was going to add if I didn't find it in all the suggestions, and that is to make a playlist of getting ready for the day of. I think that's brilliant. That's something that I'm already doing. I have some romantic songs that I'm gonna play right before I walk out. But while I'm getting my makeup and my hair done, I'm gonna be blasting some Beyonce. We're gonna throw it back to 3LW, to Destiny's Child, to all of my favorite songs, the Spice Girls. We're gonna do all that. And my two best friends are my matrons of honor, and so these are songs that we used to dance to in the living room and when we were little girls, and I'm so excited to set the mood and just get in the moment of having fun and celebrating the day. So this is amazing advice, and I am going to do this. Oh, along with that, make sure you bring a Bluetooth speaker. You want a Bluetooth speaker to play your jams on, and not all venues have speakers inside the bridal suite. I know mine does not, so this is something that I am going to bring. Okay guys, that's all I have. I hope you love this video. Give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you want to see more. Don't forget in the comments below, leave some of your suggestions. I will read all of them, and I hope they help other brides. So thank you for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.